World Intangible Cultural Heritage, Asian Poetry and Talk Show with Dr. Saheb Khandare.
Hello friends, many people are wondering what the project of Asian poetry is. What will be achieved from this project? I have already answered those who ask such questions to me. But for those who still have these questions in mind, I would like to say in short what this project is about. This is the age of multimedia and social media like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook and so on. During this period, everyone is using social media to express themselves or to put their feelings and emotion in front of the world. Some people like that it is very easy to express our feelings with the help of few words in the form of poetry. This has given rise to composition of poetry and poetical writing in abundance. In the means, true poetry is losing its aesthetical beauty and ethical charms. However, people may understand that poetry is like this. How many persons are realizing that poetry is creation beyond the language? How many persons are thinking of the cultural circumference of poetry, pervasive experience, cultural definition, and the identity of images and symbols? Moreover, how many of you, though of the social history of life beyond the poetry, the profound experiences of life behind the poetry, the fluid nature of poetry and its sensation due to the intangible nature of the poetry? Considering these causes of the situation, the aesthetic and the enormous experiences required for the creation of poetry is diminishing day by day, and the word chain that creates meaningful lines by combine the word of poem beside of on a very big experiences. It seems poetry is like a soul of language, माने कि कविता भाषा को आए हुए एक सूजन जैसी है, ऐसा लोगों को ऐसा प्रतीत होता है. Besides, there is no proper criticism on poetry. The solution to all these is provide a strong criticism to poetry. Thus, we have set out in search of the best poetry from Asian countries for proper criticism. Good poetry should come before the word. Poetry should discover the aesthetical values of cultural life of human and try to strengthen. This is why we have undertaken these efforts. At the same time, the project wishes to provide huge platform, publicity to all Asian poetry and poets and to bring them under one umbrella. So, come and try Asian poetry. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to thank the director of this project, Dr. Saheb Khandare ji, for this great initiative. Asia is enriched with different cultures and literatures of various languages. The various poems written by Asian people from different parts of the continent reflect the patterns of cultures, aesthetics, humanities, and philosophies of human life. The result of this project will give us a platform of unity.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Subhash Shinde, Professor of English from India. It gives me immense pleasure to say that Asian poetry is widely written in many countries. These poems are based on the socio-cultural richness of the Asian countries. Many poets have composed their poems that would be a milestone in promoting the values of humanity, freedom, equality, and brotherhood. The poems of many Asian poets have further strengthened the intangible cultural heritage that reinforces human values. Due to the changing media and globalization infected human mentality, the great poets are being forgotten by the people. In view of this fact, Dr. Saheb Khandare, who is the coordinator of this project Asian Poetry, has undertaken the project Asian Poetry. The project will cover different languages from 40 Asian countries. Through this project, we wish to put forth many good poems before the world. With this, I would like to conclude my words. Thank you. Thanks a lot.